So let's talk about your sales funnel here. Let's talk about greasing the lines so you maximize the result of all of your marketing dollars spent, all right? Here's how you go about doing that. First of all, the most important thing you need to know is something called Pearson's Law. Carl Pearson was a mathematician who, back in I think the 1920s or so, he's the guy who actually invented the concept of measuring production with statistics. In terms of like, okay, we produced this many widgets in the factory, we had this much raw material, and actually using math to solve production. Keep in mind, this is just as the industrial age was maturing, and they were producing a lot of things out there. So he invented this in the early last century, the whole process of working out statistics to measure production. Here it is. The quote is, I'm going to read it here so I get it right. When performance is measured, performance improves. Right? So when performance is measured, performance improves. This is very obvious. Like you think of it, keeping score causes there to be more score, right? That kind of thing. There's a second line to it, though, that a lot of people skip, right? When performance is measured and reported back, the rate of improvement accelerates. So that means as a manager, when you measure something, that's great. You're measuring it, you're seeing how it's going. When you actually make that measurement sort of public, like your staff know that you're measuring, or you're having them report the stat and the number to you now, instead of you just seeing what happened, there's one thing you kind of sit in your ivory tower and look down and see what happened in your business, right, on spreadsheets and things. It's another one to have the people who produce the numbers active participants in the measurement itself. So they actually measure and they report back to you, right? So the whole quote then is, when performance is measured, performance improves. When performance is measured and reported back, the rate of improvement accelerates. If you want something to improve, start measuring it. If you want it to accelerate that improvement, make sure those measurements are reported back to you, right? Simple. So we're going to apply this. This could apply to any part of your business, and every organization has at least 21 basic functions in it that have been established. I'm going to talk about just how you apply this to your new patient funnel, people coming in, which is usually a pretty important one. But you can apply this anywhere in your business, anything you want to sort out, okay? That quote applies. Okay, so you have to actually look at the path that funnel is. Now, here's the trick. You don't start with a person seeing an ad or something like that and working it. Here's a hint. Do it backwards. You want to visualize the process that someone goes through, in this case, to come from outside all the way inside in being a patient, right? And if you do it backwards, it's a lot more effective. So you're going to start with this where you say, okay, well, you want to count the percentage of people who close, the number and the percentage, not just either one, both of them, because the number can be high or low. You know, percentages give you a quality, and the numbers give you a quantity. And you've got to be measuring both quantity and quality to really have a good idea of what's going on somewhere.